Hello, and welcome to the Boise School District. This video should be viewed prior to your scheduled onboarding and fingerprinting appointment with Human Resources. In this video, you will learn about the documents you'll need to complete prior to working for the school district. We will also discuss what to expect during your onboarding and fingerprinting appointment with HR. We will then introduce you to a variety of IT accounts that you will use in your employment with the district. After an IT account overview, we will discuss the supplemental training that you will need to complete prior to accepting some of our substitute jobs. Finally, we will go into an in-depth overview of absence management, the primary application used to accept and document substitute jobs. We will start by discussing what to bring to your onboarding appointment. Attached to your welcome email from Human Resources, you will find a web link to our employment forms. Please print, complete, and bring these forms with you to your onboarding appointment. The HR onboarding appointment is a vital step in your new hire process. Onboarding will take place by appointment only. We are unable to accept any walk-ins. Please show up on time for your scheduled appointment with all of the paperwork completed. If you do not have a printer, please come to our office at least 15 minutes prior to your scheduled appointment time to complete the onboarding documentation. Your scheduled appointment time does not account for time to complete the paperwork. The appointment should only take 15 minutes if you are prepared with all of your onboarding documents. During your appointment, we will collect and verify completion of all paperwork and make copies of your identification documents. We will answer any questions about training and what to expect once you clear. We will then take a photo for your badge. Your badge will be printed once you clear the background check, and it will be left at the front desk of the District Services Center where your appointment is held. After we take your photo, we will then fingerprint you for the background check. Background checks do typically take 7 to 10 business days to come back completed, and we do not have control over how long that process takes. At the end of your onboarding appointment, we will reiterate your next steps, and you're free to ask us any questions. We will now discuss some of the details regarding the onboarding documents. First, we will talk about the direct deposit form. The district does not issue paper paychecks, so you will need to set up direct deposit to your bank account. Please bring your account and routing information to your appointment. A common and effective way to ensure accuracy of your bank account information is to bring a voided check with you to your appointment. We will provide you with the direct deposit form at your appointment time. You will also be asked to sign a document whether or not you are a retired PERSI member. If you happen to be already retired through PERSI, there will be an additional employment document that you will need to complete at your onboarding appointment to ensure that your PERSI retirement benefits are not negatively impacted. If you are not a retired PERSI member, completion of this simple yes or no question is all that's needed in this step. As part of your onboarding process, all employees are required by law to show proof of employment authorization to work in the United States. Please complete the federal I-9 form and bring acceptable forms of identification with you to your appointment. A list of acceptable documents is on page 3 of the I-9 form. The most common forms of ID are a United States passport or a driver's license plus a social security card or birth certificate. We must be able to make copies of the original documents, and they cannot be expired. We cannot accept any photocopies of these documents. You will also need to complete both a State of Idaho and federal W-4 tax form. The district is not allowed to provide any financial advice regarding these documents. Please have these completed prior to your appointment. If you decide later that changes are needed, you may update your W-4s at any time during your employment with the district. Other documents that you should bring completed to your onboarding appointment include an emergency contact form, fingerprinting privacy statement acknowledgement, workers' compensation training acknowledgement, and the substitute handbook training acknowledgement. We also encourage you to read through the substitute employee handbook prior to your appointment. This document is available to access on our website, and it contains important policies and procedures that you will need to know as a new district substitute. Reading through the handbook prior to your appointment will enable you to ask any questions or get any clarification from Human Resources at your appointment time. Now let's talk about the various IT accounts you will need as a substitute. As a Boise School District substitute, you'll have access to various IT accounts. The district has created an easy way for employees to access all of your accounts within one central location called My Apps. My Apps is a convenient way for you to find all of your accounts without the hassle of having to bookmark or Google the accounts. To log into My Apps, you can go to myapps.classlink.com. Please keep in mind that you must be using a Google Chrome browser. The second option is through a district device, which has a My Apps icon on the desktop. On the main screen, you will log in using your Boise School District issued email address and associated password. We will discuss where you receive this information in a few moments. Once you successfully log in, your screen will have all of your Boise School District accounts on the main homepage. We recommend resetting your password for the first time after you log in. To do so, you can navigate to the app Self-Service Password Reset. When your background check clears in 7 to 10 business days, you will receive a welcome email from Absence Management which indicates that you can begin to substitute. This email will contain important information including your 6-digit employee ID number, your login credentials for district email and computer access, and some information about Absence Management's calling system. Your username will be your first name, period, last name, @boiseschools.org. Your initial password is listed in the email as your employee ID, capital B, lowercase sd. Absence Management is the system you will utilize to view and accept any substitute jobs posted in the district. There will be a short video at the end of this that will provide you an in-depth tutorial on how to use Absence Management, including how to log in, set your preferences, and accept substitute jobs. The application Employee Online is a payroll-managed account. Once you have cleared as a substitute, you will receive a letter in the mail from the payroll department with your login credentials for the Employee Online account, along with the various resources you will be able to access with it. This account is where you can view your pay stubs, your W-2s, download payroll forms such as direct deposit or W-4s, and you also have the ability to update your address if you move. Substitutes are paid on the 15th of every month for work completed in the prior month. For example, any substitute jobs you work in the month of October will be paid out to you on November 15th. As a substitute, you will have access to an assigned Boise School District Gmail account. We ask that you check this email regularly as this is our office's main method of communication to substitutes. We send updates, newsletters, and other information that may require action on your behalf. Additionally, employees may send you their lesson plans, updates, or may reach out to you if you are available to substitute for them again. It is an expectation of the Human Resources Department that you check your Boise School District Gmail account regularly. Winocular is the account you created when you applied. This account also acts as your electronic personnel file. If you're interested in other employment opportunities in the district, you'll need to log into Winocular and apply to be considered for the position. The IT Help Desk is also accessible through My Apps. You may also email them at support@boiseschools.org or call 208-854-6670 for assistance. The Help Desk can assist you with troubleshooting any device issues, login issues, or password resets, for example. Please note, Human Resources cannot assist with email password resets. Next, we'll talk about specialized training that needs to be completed in order to accept certain substitute jobs. If you would like to substitute for a certified teacher in the Boise School District, we require that you complete an online training. This training will be available after you receive your welcome email from the Boise School District's Absence Management in a system called Vector. Vector is also known as Safe Schools. Vector is one of the apps you will have access to in My Apps. To log in to Vector, you will need your 6-digit employee ID number, which is provided in your Absence Management welcome email, and your password will be the last 4 numbers of your Social Security. Once you are logged in, you will have a training plan of videos to complete. There are 5 modules specific to the Certified Substitute Training course. These include Introduction and Expectations, Lesson Plans, Classroom Management, Classroom Scenarios, and finally, Philosophies and Wrap-Up. Once all 5 modules have been completed, please email subs@boiseschools.org and you will be eligible to substitute for certified teachers in our district. If you are a current student teacher, have a current teaching certificate, or have recently taken the STEADY program substitute training, which is used in West Ada, you do not need to take this training. We will request copies of your subdiploma from STEADY or your current teaching certificate in order to verify this. Nurse, health tech, and library substitutes will require to do job shadowing, which will be coordinated with the respective department. This will be discussed briefly during your new hire onboarding appointment, if applicable. In this next section, we will share with you our Absence Management Training for Substitutes presentation.
We will go through a brief tutorial to show you how to log in, accept jobs, and update your preferences. Step 1. Logging in. You can navigate to the absence management site by clicking the link sent in the welcome letter email, or by going through the Boise School District website. We do not recommend Googling the absence management link, as this will take you to the wrong login page. First, you will go to www.boiseschools.org. From there, you will hover over Our District and click on Human Resources. Along the left-hand side, you will choose the option Absence Management. You will need to scroll down this page to get the link to the login page. Your username is your Boise School District email address. This will have been provided to you in your welcome email. Your password is either your temporary password given to you in your welcome email, or you may have reset it by now. If you do not remember your password, you will need to contact the IT department to reset it. If the device you are using is also signed in to another Gmail account, you may get a 404 Google error message. To bypass this, you will need to go incognito. To get an incognito window, click on the 3 dots in the upper right corner of your screen. Choose the option New Incognito window. You will then navigate to the site as we showed you earlier. Once you have logged into your account, I suggest getting familiar with the site and updating your preferences. On this main page, you can see all the available jobs in the district based on your preferences. You can view details of each job, including school, grades, subject, dates, times, and teacher. Teachers may also leave notes for you. If you want to accept a job, you will need to click on the green Accept button. If a job does not work for you, you can hit the red Reject button. However, please keep in mind that if you reject it, you will not be able to see it again if you change your mind. On the next tab, you can see your scheduled upcoming jobs. The following tab will show you your past jobs worked within the last 30 days. We suggest you review your jobs at the end of each month to ensure they are accurate. If something does not look right, contact the school you believe may have entered the incorrect information. The final tab will show you non-work days. You have the opportunity to dictate your availability. On this particular tab, you can add or remove any days you are not available, as well as block out one day at a time or on repeat for certain days of the week. For example, if you are unavailable on Mondays, you can schedule yourself out for each Monday of the school year. We do suggest that you enter non-work days so you do not accidentally accept a job on a day you are not available for, and you will not receive calls on days you are not available. Once you are familiar with these tabs, I suggest updating your preferences. To do this, you will need to go to the left sidebar and click on Preferences. Under Preferences, you can choose to update the schools you would like to substitute for. You can choose the entire district, select just elementary, junior high, or high schools, or the ones near your home. Please keep in mind, the more preferences you set, the less jobs you will see. You can also choose to update the times you receive calls. You can choose to only have calls during certain hours or certain days, or you can turn off calling completely. We do recommend that you keep some calling enabled, as there are last-minute jobs that come available. These jobs will be more likely to be accepted via phone. If you do accept a job over the phone, it will ask for you to enter your PIN number. If you cannot remember your PIN number, it was provided in your welcome letter email, or you can find it and update it under your preferences in the Phone Credentials tab. The phone system will start calling 48 hours prior to a job starting if the job has not been filled. You will not receive calls for jobs that are 1 week or more out. Those jobs will be available to view online only. The phone system is used for more immediate needs. Once you have completed a job, it will ask for your feedback. This does not take the place of leaving notes at the school at the end of the day. Please ensure you leave notes before you leave the classroom. This section provides additional feedback as to how things went and how prepared you felt you were to sub for the day. The teacher can also leave feedback for you as well. Cancellations. We understand that emergencies come up and you may need to cancel a job. If this happens, please contact the school as soon as possible and leave a voicemail if no one answers. Please do not call the substitute HR office as we begin our day after school has already started. If possible, go into your absence management account and remove yourself from the job so the system can begin calling other available substitutes. If you cancel a job within 24 hours of the start time, you will be automatically issued a non-work day that cannot be removed. This is to prevent job hopping. Please do not cancel on an employee to accept another job. This puts the other teacher in a bind to find a new sub. Excessive cancellations or late arrivals could result in warnings and could eventually lead to dismissal if it does not improve. Cancellations and late arrivals do leave our teachers and other school staff in a bind. We track late cancellations and exclusions regularly. Badges. Your badge can be picked up at the front desk of the District Services Center, where you completed your new hire appointment with Human Resources. Please wear your badge at all times when you are substituting.
This concludes our Boise School District Substitute Onboarding Pre-Appointment video. Thank you for your commitment to the district's teachers, students, parents, and staff. We hope this information provided will be helpful in your success as a substitute in the Boise School District. If you have any questions, you may contact the Substitute HR office at subs@boiseschools.org or 208-854-4074, option 1. Thank you.